You're listening to Wealthy-esque. We are a community of lawyers who believe that true wealth is having control of our time. I'm Ro Thomas, and as a busy wife, mom, and former Big Law associate, I know all too well the tension between the culture of the legal profession and pretty much everything else you want to do in life. That's why each week I'm bringing you the information and tools you need to improve your money mindset and manage your money to create true wealth. Because ultimately, it's not about the money. It's about the freedom and flexibility the money affords. Hey friend, welcome back to the show. I hope you're doing well and having an amazing day so far. Today, we are talking about what to do when it feels like you're not making progress with your finances. So, those situations when you feel like you've been trying to get out of debt, trying to save, trying to make your finances better, and it just feels like it's not working. So, we are going to talk through 4 examples here and what to do for each one. The first example is when you actually have made progress, but you just don't realize it. When you are thinking about your progress, you want to make sure that you're working with facts and not just your feelings or your thoughts, because those are not facts. What that means is making sure that as you're saving or paying off debt or whatever, you're tracking your progress so you can see, for example, in January, you were at X and now it's May and you are further, you're X plus Y, right? So you can objectively see what's happening with your debt and see the progress. And I can tell you from personal experience that when you are paying off a bunch of debt, it starts to feel like you're slogging through and nothing's happening. It feels like it's just going so slowly and like you're not making progress. But having that tracking information available, being able to look back and say, like a month ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago, I was here and now I'm here, right? Like I was in that place and now I'm here. You can objectively see that you're doing better and that you are making progress, even though sometimes it feels like you're not. So that is a tip for everyone. Make sure that you are tracking your progress so you can see what's happening. Now, the next example is when it seems like every time you make progress, you have to take a step back. So, this could be a situation where you're working on paying off debt, but then you have to put something on your credit card again, or maybe you're saving money and you have to dip into savings for something. I was just talking to one of my clients the other day, and she was telling me about how she has to move unexpectedly, and she's got all these expenses associated with the move. And she had just gotten her savings to where she wanted it to be. And now she's having to pull from it to cover these expenses that she wasn't expecting to have. Right. And so she said it feels frustrating because she's going backwards. Like she has to dip into her savings. She doesn't like that. And the thing that we talked about is the fact that yes, she has to dip into the savings, and that sucks because she did work really hard to get it to where she wants it to be, right? But the fact that she has this money in savings is in itself progress. Because if this had been a year ago, this situation would have been devastating for her because she didn't have savings. And so even though it feels like she's going backward, the fact that she has the savings in the first place is progress. So sometimes it's just a perspective shift of like, yes, that sucks. You're dipping into your savings, or you have to use your credit card to cover something and you just paid it down. Like that's not ideal. It's not what you want. But the fact that you have the savings to pull from, or that you have the room on your credit card when it was maxed out before, is progress. And on that credit card front, something that we just talked about in the last episode is how one of the reasons people have this back and forth with their credit card is not having savings. So they will pay down the credit card, but then they don't have any sort of cushion. And then they have to put stuff on the credit card when an emergency situation comes up because all they have is the debt to rely on. So it might just be in that situation that you have done things a little bit out of order and you want to make sure that you get some savings built up. All right. The next situation is when you haven't made tangible progress, like you're looking at your credit cards or your loans and the balance isn't lower, or you're looking at your bank account, your savings account, and the balance isn't higher. It is a fact that there has not been progress in that regard. But sometimes the progress is mental, or it's in your experience of your money or how you're feeling. Often you'll see that kind of progress, like the intangible progress before you see the tangible results, before you see the lower debt balance or the higher bank account balance. So if you're thinking about money differently, that's progress. If you're being more thoughtful in how you spend your money, that's progress. If you feel more confident in the decisions you make with your money, that's progress. If you've created a strategic plan for how you're going to manage your money, but you got off track with it, that's still progress. And the tangible progress will inevitably follow. So let's look for the progress that you have made, because if you are actually working on improving your finances, there likely is progress, even if it's not tangible progress yet. So in this situation, you want to redefine how you think about what progress is, or maybe expand your definition of progress to include more than just the tangible results of a higher bank account or a lower debt balance. You also want to evaluate why you're not seeing the tangible results yet. And if it's just a matter of not having given it enough time, then just keep doing what you're doing. The final example is when you don't have the tangible results and you're not feeling better about or thinking differently about your finances. So in this case, you either haven't started or you don't have a strategy, or something in the strategy is off. So we need to get you started with a proven strategy or tweak what you're doing so you can start seeing progress. And like we just talked about, that progress may be more intangible at first, like feeling less stressed about your finances or being more intentional with your spending, but it will ultimately lead to the tangible progress you want to see. In my 6-month group program, the Wealthy Yes Group, I am going to guide you through my proven process to pay off your debt and improve your finances. Enrollment is opening on June 17th, and the program is packed with support to help you get the tangible progress you're looking for. You get weekly group calls to learn and get answers to all your questions, personalized reviews of your finances, complete with custom strategy, daily written support, a private community, on-demand video trainings, and downloadable resources. So join us to learn how to get out of debt in a sustainable, enjoyable way. Your investment is only $3,000 and it's risk-free. So you'll pay off at least $5,000 in the program, or you get your money back. Head to rothomas.com/coaching for more information and to sign up for the waitlist. Let's make sure that you're doing something that's working so that you can see those results. So I hope that those 4 examples and thoughts about what to do for each helps you when you feel like things aren't working, you feel like you're not making progress. Let's make sure that we get you on the right path, that you can see the progress that you're making, that you can celebrate yourself, and that you can tweak things if you need to, if you're not making progress. All right. So that is it for this week's episode. Please subscribe to the show, leave a review. Both of those things help us get the show in front of more lawyers so we can spread this information and help them get out of debt and manage their money better. As always, I appreciate your support. As we close out, friend, I pray that you take the information you learn here, apply it in your life, and open up to the realization that wealth is available to you. As you do that consistently, week after week, you'll continue to take steps to regain control of your time, build wealth, and live the life of freedom and choice you deserve. Talk to you later.